They tell us, don't which means don't take your time. It means don't put off things that need to be done this moment. In the teaching of our people, there are a lot of things that we are told to making our life. There are things to be done and things that we need to do at this moment so that we can do the other things that we will encounter as we experience life. And the thing that we are encouraged to do, of course, is to take the moment to do the things that you need to do. Don't put it off until the last moment. And the issue of things that we have talked about before in some of our other presentations is that of time. Time is something that we just can't save. There is no way that you can contain it. And it comes and it goes. And so it is that we are encouraged to use that time in a very productive way. And they tell us, which means don't take your time. It means don't put off things that need to be done this moment. And so there was a number of teachings in that concerning the idea of procrastinating. And procrastination really is something of your character. It's a way that people look at you, your character. And of course, as you become known as a person that just keeps putting off things that he needs to do in life, it reflects on your family. And it affects the way that your family are viewed by other people in your life, in your community. And so if we're given some kind of responsibility to do in society, we're supposed to be able to take the time and not put off or not procrastinate the project and do it. Don't hesitate. Be involved. And when you have something to do, of course, you have to do it from the beginning until you complete the project. Don't put off the things that you need to do to complete an assignment or a project. The teaching of our people of thinking and planning and life and hope or faith is so very important when you apply this type of teaching to the idea of procrastinating. And the two, of course, work very well together, is to learn not to procrastinate and to be able to do it with a thinking process. It's, as I try to think about how to make this presentation, of course, the language of our people is so complete in some areas of life, and that is one of the areas. And when I think about it, I wish I could make this whole presentation about procrastination in the language of our people. There's a lot of information, and the idea of don't put off the things. And that's the other teaching. Don't make yourself an infant on these projects. And so it comes in with the stages of life that we are given a time that we are an infant, and we're mostly taken care of by our parents and relatives, and we are there just to sleep, eat, and be admired. But it is that there are certain things as you grow and develop. You have to learn how to crawl, you have to learn how to stand and how to walk, and to some extent how to feed yourself. And so as an infant, there are things that you recognize, that when you want something, you can cry. And there are things that you do when you cry, you're uncomfortable, and so you let other people know by crying. And then eventually you become a young adult, adolescent years, In the adolescent years, especially when you've had your traditional coming of age ceremony for either a boy or a girl, there are a lot of things that you're instructed about. And those are the things that teach you how to make your life. Inajadeko is the things that you need to learn as you make your life. And most of that, of course, is the idea. Ina is movement. Movement is very important. And it is that you think about things and you plan things and you apply it to your life, and you have hope and faith that the things that you're doing is going to make your life a pleasant experience. And so the teachings of our people is to grow and develop in the 4 areas of our being. And that is in our thinking, in our heart, emotion, and in our physical well-being, and in our spiritual growth and our spiritual well-being. Those are things that are very important. And when you reach the adult years, you shouldn't be drifting back into your infancy or back into your adolescent years. You can just learn things from those particular periods in the stages of your life. And so you know that being infantile, crying about things and getting attention, that's not going to do it. And allowing your feelings to be the things that are going to make you unhappy or cry or angry, and so that people will respond to you, that's not a very good thing to be doing in your adult years. There are other ways than that to accomplish the things that are going to help you to grow and develop in the areas of your being, in your thinking, in your emotion, and in your physical well-being, and of course in your spiritual growth. And the teaching of our people as far as procrastinating is very extensive. The personal changes that people have to make, you cannot put those things off. The changes, of course, takes a lot of courage. And it is that, as I was thinking about these things, there are so many people that have helped me throughout my life to understand the teachings about the procrastinating. And as you grow older, you begin to think back about these people that help you along the way. And I had the opportunity to have a great friend. I always think of him as being one of the most intelligent people and the most wonderful people that I have ever encountered. And one day I was talking to him and talking about things that I needed to change in my life, and kind of expressing my fears about making these changes. And his response was very simple, 3 words: just do it. And I always thought, just do it. That's just quite amazing. And later on, of course, I saw him make his presentation and using that exact 3 words, just do it, in his speeches and in his writing. And of course, later years, some athletic shoe company, of course, applied it in some of their slogans, just do it. But doing it involves the idea of doing it in your mind, and doing it in your emotion, and in your physical environment, and of course your spiritual self. Just do the things that you need to do to change things that affect your character, and things that are negative in your character. You have to change, and it takes a courage. And courage is very important in making changes. And after you make changes, there's a lot of times that putting off or procrastinating the needed changes, you also begin, after you begin making changes, you have to take some time to make amends with people. And making amends is part of the changes that you need to do in your life, because that really does make you commit completely to not ever divert back to those changes you have made in your life. It's all about growth in your emotion, in your mind, in your physical environment, and your spiritual environment, and spiritual growth and development. And the always be moving forward. Procrastination is not a good thing, especially when you try to journey on the beauty way path. You cannot hang on to those things that made your life complicated or made life of other people complicated. You have to change. Change is painful. Change takes courage. And when you make those changes, and then you, of course, done it by not procrastinating, making those changes is so very important. And so your journey on the Beauty Way path has so many things that apply to the traditional teachings of our people. E nātadeko, dot ona was the zida. Thango e yahdikat, hatishi hashita ila. It means don't procrastinate. There are many opportunities. So when you take advantage of this opportunity, it makes it possible so that you can take advantage of future opportunities. You have to prepare. And if you procrastinate doing something today, then you won't be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you tomorrow. And these are the things that we're told.
Hey, thanks for watching our videos. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss one of our uploads. Also, head over to our website, NavajoTraditionalTeachings.com. Sign up for our email list. Okay.